These plants are the second generation of a plant that I collected last year, and this fits the description of Epilobium pseudorubescens as it was named by Skvortsov, a Russian botanist, in 1995. It's very distinctive. It has white flowers as they open, and the flowers are quite a bit larger than other flowers of the Ciliatum group, maybe 12 millimeters, and they open pure white, though the flowers do change to dark rose as they fade, and you can see a picture of that here. The clear white flower as it opens, and as it dies goes to dark rose. So the plant is very striking when you can see the white flowers with the rose dying flowers, and here you can see the flowers are quite large compared with a typical ciliatum or adenocorlon form, and there you see the white flower with the rose pink bud. But I wanted to show you some of the research that's been done on this species and the papers that deal with its naming compared to other plants of the Ciliatum group, which were originally described in America. I think probably this plant is part of the Ciliatum group, but should be named and should be considered as a separate species on its own, simply because it grows independently and reproducibly from seed. And here's the details of the first paper, or one of the papers, from Skvortsov, where the plant was discovered in Finland, and other species, or other plants and specimens were found in Russia and Sweden. So it's largely a plant that's been accepted as a species in Eastern Europe. It's not accepted as a species in America, and as far as I know, no one's attempted to name pseudorubescens specimens in America. In Poland, it's been accepted as a species. You can see this paper here by Turlovic and co, and they describe the presence of this species in various parts of Russia. Now, it's important to say that I think a mistake has been made in the identification of pseudorubescens. It doesn't have pinkish buds. The buds are purely white, and as the flowers fade, they fade to dark rose. And as the plant ages and the inflorescence age, the difference between the white flowers and the pink buds becomes more obvious. And what is clear is that this plant is different from adenocorlon or typical examples of Ciliatum. The flowers are larger, as I said, they're about 12 millimeters, whereas typical adenocorlon or Ciliatum flowers tend to have flowers up to about 10 millimeters. So the flowers do look larger in a mixed colony of the plants. In a mixed colony of the plants, the species don't seem to significantly cross, and they are visible as separate types. The plant on the right here is adenocorlon, opening pink. It has narrowish petals with big indentations in the petals. The plant on the right is pseudorubescens, opening white, and the indentations in the petals are less obvious, and the petals have a slightly rounder appearance. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.